Have you ever pondered while sipping an excellent cup of coffee where the best coffee in the world could possibly be from? If you have, and even if you haven't, we intend to tell you. 11 coffee industry experts have all agreed that Ethiopian coffee is the best in the world. The nation topped the world coffee list with 25 points, followed by Kenya with 12 points, and Colombia came third with 10 points. Ethiopia is where coffee Arabica originated from and is also the largest producer of coffee in sub-Saharan Africa. The nation produces about 3% of the global coffee market. Sarah Allen, editor of Barista magazine, the leading trade magazine for the international coffee community, is quoted as saying, "For Ethiopia to produce great coffee every year is because it's truly the birthplace of coffee." She added, "Specialty coffees from Ethiopia are known for their syrupy body, which is a result of the dry processing method still popular with Ethiopian producers, in which the coffee's cherry skin is left intact. This process also lends the coffee an exceptionally fruity and floral character." This wonderful news leaves us in the mood for a cup of coffee, Ethiopian to be precise. With the news of the first Ebola case discovered in the United States, attention is turning once again to Africa, but for a different reason this time. Faced with a virus that no one could predict would hit their nation, and with the arrival of the first case in the US markedly similar to that of Nigeria, the United States is turning to Nigeria and Senegal to study and learn how these nations dealt so definitively with the disease. Senegal has not announced any reported cases of Ebola since September 18, while Nigeria has not reported new cases since August 31st. The Vanguard in Nigeria refers to a statement released by the US CDC Director Tom Frieden, where he is quoted as saying, "It's clear the nation needs a quick and thorough response to its first Ebola patient." In referring to Nigeria, the director adds, "Their extensive response to a single case of Ebola shows that control is possible with rapid, focused interventions." In referring to actions carried out by Nigeria to contain the outbreak, Mr. Frieden mentioned the establishment of an Ebola Incident Management Center to handle potential outbreaks and a strategy that saw 26,000 households contacted in following up anyone who had come in contact with the virus. Despite the fact that Nigeria has no new cases and no persons under surveillance, Nigeria cannot officially be declared Ebola-free until the 20th of October 2014, following WHO protocol which specifies that that announcement can only be made 42 days after the last EVD case has been released from the hospital. However, Nigeria's health officials are not getting comfortable just yet. Health Minister Professor Onyebuchi Chukwu is quoted as saying, "Like I said in my speech 2 weeks ago at the UN General Assembly, as long as there is a single case of Ebola in any part of the world, every country is at risk. So this is really theoretical, and countries would still have to take the necessary precautionary measures to guard against the outbreak of the virus in their territories." In referring to the US first recorded case of Ebola, he added, "We also have a large Nigerian community in Texas, so we could still be at risk if a Nigerian contracts it from that place and comes home with it undetected. It is a risk that every country faces as long as other countries continue to combat Ebola outbreaks."